about to show you the world's most elite Special Forces unit. No joke, what they can do will blow your mind. In this video, you're gonna see why 99% of soldiers don't make the cut. From the deadliest training exercise on Earth to literally being buried alive and everything in between. All the way down to North Korea's 11th Storm Corps at level 1. Yeah. Because as one of the country's most elite Special Forces units, watching these guys train looks less like military drills and more like a damn martial arts halftime show. I mean, you've got dudes fly-kicking teacups off each other's heads, finger-blasting light bulbs, and, whatever the hell this is. But that's far from the weirdest training exercise these guys put themselves through. Because to impress their Supreme Leader, they're out here taking boulders to the chest, getting whacked with wooden poles, and, oh yeah! But let's be real. As crazy as this all looks, none of this is stopping an actual bullet. But this was only level 1. If you don't want to see the most elite Special Forces, stop watching. But if you do, then we gotta talk about Cambodia's SF-911. See, these guys aren't out here wasting time breaking bricks, or themselves for that matter. Cause here, drill instructors would rather break you. Holy crap! Bro just served up a knuckle sandwich! I mean, they're dishing out rib checks, gut punches, open hand smackdowns. And if you're really unlucky, you'll get the Spartan Special. So yeah, maybe there's a method to the madness, but I'm still not seeing how this plays out on the battlefield. Level 20. But look, if pain's not enough, this next unit brings something even scarier to the table. Because the Vietnamese commandos don't just adapt to their environment, they turn it into a damn weapon. Let me explain. You see that pole over there? I know it might not look like much, but out there in the jungle, that thing's basically a cheat code. Yeah, these dudes really turned a stick into a goddamn ladder. Ridiculous! And speaking of ridiculous, what if I told you some soldiers test their reflexes by playing catch with a live grenade? Yeah, meet China's Snow Leopard Commandos, where hot potato isn't just a kid's game, it's survival training. What the? But as reckless as all this looks, these guys aren't just messing around. Because they're China's elite counterterrorism force, trained to shut down threats in seconds. You see, drills like these aren't just about fast hands. They're about training soldiers to stay ice cold under pressure, even if that means passing around a literal time bomb. Yeah, so when training looks like this, suddenly, disarming bombs doesn't seem so scary anymore. Damn, these guys are built different, but that's nothing compared to what we got coming up. Because things are about to get way more out of hand. I'm talking about soldiers using their bodies as target practice, getting buried alive, and a drill so dangerous, I can't believe it's even legal! Level 40. But first, we gotta talk about the training program with the highest dropout rate on the planet. Cause to even get a shot at joining the Philippine Scout Rangers, you gotta survive the infamous Tabac Tab. And this thing isn't just hard, it's damn near impossible. I'm talking 6 months of pure hell, built to break you. I mean, it's so brutal, 8 out of 10 recruits don't even make it to the end. And test number 1 involves, yeah. Instructors literally hold soldiers underwater until they're seconds from blacking out. And immediately after, they're given giant spoonfuls of chili peppers before their fear of heights is put to the ultimate test. Apparently, even a split second of hesitation here means you're dropped from the program. In fact, by week 7, over 50 candidates have already been booted. But this is where things turn deadly. Because right when you think you've made it to the end in one piece, they hit you with the final test. Strapped with an M16, you're lining up shots at water bags that your own teammates are holding. Yeah, no thanks. But if you think 6 months of torture sounds rough, try cramming that pain into just 7 days. Yeah, you see, Taiwan's version of Hell Week is so extreme, the finish line's literally called the Road to Heaven. And it all kicks off at 3 a.m. with the rudest damn wake-up call of your life. Jesus Christ, that wasn't very nice at all. Especially considering the fact that these guys are just running on 5 minutes of sleep every 6 hours. And what's even worse is that this is only the beginning. I'm talking a 25-kilometer run in full combat gear, night swims in pitch black water, 6-meter weighted dives, and last but not least, getting tear gassed. Jesus, are these guys training for war or the damn apocalypse? And yet, for the few still standing, there's still one final nightmare remaining that only 30% of people pass. And honestly, I'm surprised that the success rate isn't even lower. You see, once you've made it to the road to heaven, you're crawling across razor-sharp coral with every handicap you can imagine stacked against you. Like, they can't use their arms, they're not allowed to stop, and if they slip up even once, they gotta do the whole thing all over again.
He has to rely on his determination to get this badge. It's one final test to prove they will do anything to join the Frogmen.
Damn, these guys were lucky to make it out alive. That's crazy. Level 60. But some special forces take crazy to a dangerous level. See, South Korea's Black Berets' idea of training means going toe-to-toe in a knife fight against some of the deadliest people on the planet. But here's the thing. Before they can even step into the arena, soldiers are forced to starve. These guys go days without proper food. And the only way to eat is by banging out an insane amount of pull-ups and subscribing to the channel. Yeah, that's right. I got the power to make that happen. So what are you doing? Subscribe. But, it's downright disrespectful, is what I would have said before I saw them practically trying to kill each other. I mean, to give you an idea, out of 500,000 soldiers, only 5,000 earn Black Beret status. And look, trying to stab your own teammate is one level of crazy. But it gets way more twisted than that, because at least those guys give the enemy a chance to react. By the time you spot the 707th Special Mission Group, it's already too late. You see, these guys are South Korea's Silent Death Squad, and they're modeled directly after Delta Force and the British SAS. I mean, they can breach anything in complete silence, clear buildings with surgical precision, and even storm hijacked vehicles. But the craziest part is how they rappel upside down through windows, blow through walls with controlled explosives, and not to mention, every operator's a deadly sniper and martial arts expert. Yeah, these dudes are dangerous with or without weapons. And if you ask me, busting through roofs is already badass enough. But what if I told you that making it to South Africa's top ranks means literally being buried alive? Yeah. This is the Reckies, a deadly force trained for any kind of unconventional warfare. Without going into too much detail, let's just say getting tossed into the deep end is something these guys know all too well. But let's be real, nobody's getting buried in the middle of battle. So how the hell does this make anyone a better soldier? Well, according to them, it's not about the burial, it's about everything that leads up to it. Because these dudes have to go through hostage simulations, grueling hikes, weighted walks, and even simulated captures that can last as long as 20 freaking hours. So when you've been put through the ringer for days on end, your survival instincts take over. And that's when they hit you with the final test, the ultimate measure of human endurance, even if it means being buried alive.
What do you want on your grave, Baba? What do you want on your gravestone, yeah? Give me a few words.
Papa, Bob said you die tonight.
Man, that's just wild. But this next training exercise should be illegal. See, in Indonesia, safety doesn't mean the same thing it does here, because Kopassus soldiers are forced to participate in one of the sickest, most messed up rituals I've ever seen, the Doppler exercise. Yeah, turns out if they want to secure their spot in the unit, they've got to crawl through knee-deep mud with limited vision, all while dodging a goddamn bullet storm. And if that wasn't twisted enough, they've got to run it back multiple times. Jesus, what's wrong with these people? Well, apparently, it's designed to kill the fear of death by teaching them to react under real fire. But I gotta be honest, that's a no for me, man. I'd already be trying not to die on the battlefield, let alone during some damn drills. Level 100. But one thing you'd never catch me doing is taking a bullet for the team. This is the GIGN, France's elite counterterrorism unit, where every single operator is trained to be a walking sharpshooter. Yeah, so at least you'd think that they, I don't know, do practice shots on dummies? No. Instead, they're out there firing live rounds at targets literally inches from their teammate's head. What the hell? Jesus! Realistically, though, it's not like they're actually shooting at each other. I mean, these guys are the elite. But this is where things get freaky, because after training with literal near headshots, the next move is, aiming directly at them? Yeah, equipped with the fattest ballistic vest money can buy, the only thing you can do now is to put your life in your teammates' hands and brace for impact. Because in a unit built on trust, nothing hits harder than staring down a barrel and taking a bullet straight to the body. Thankfully, there's never been a single recorded incident. But when you realize only 7% of applicants even make it this far, I guess it kinda checks out. But hey, at least these guys know what they signed up for. Some people get tossed in the deep end just for using a TAM slide. Like, one slide was shut down within hours of opening, while another literally killed someone. Oh, you want to hear more about that? Then click this video right here. These are the most dangerous slides in the world. And trust me, man, the stories in this one are crazy. So what are you doing? This video's over. Click it.